Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Unreal Fight Club TAM League Season 16, hosted by UFC Unreal Fight Club. I don't know. Kind of screwed up the intro, but it does not matter. We'll do another one before these players get ready and clicked in, and we'll break it down for you then. Just giving everyone a welcome to the stream. Happy Halloween. Enjoy everything. This is our Halloween Havoc match. And we're going to have a great one for you. l8erade versus Matt. Mr. Cool Hand Matt himself against the Mr. $1,000 for however many seasons in a row at this point, l8erade. And we'll see which one of these two is able to take home this match tonight. And it's not just them. They have teams that are incredibly good at supporting them and that they're incredibly capable of leading. Got to look at the rosters, but we'll see who's on whose team. Did not get a lot of chance to prep for this one. Normally I would have looked up the team, draft history, seen who was on whose team, given the opinion. But I just got back from trick-or-treating myself. So, and I was passing out candy, not taking candy. Come on, let's get that clear. I'm an adult. I give the candy to the children. But didn't get a chance to look at the rosters, didn't get a chance to look at anything before we get into this one. But we have a matchup between these two teams, and they're going to be playing Rankin, Sig, and New Dawn. Obviously, New Dawn being the new map and the tiebreak for the week, so everyone has to play it. But Signify and Rankin, both absolute standards of Unreal Tournament. TAM, Elim, whatever you want to call it, community. I'm sure if these maps had existed in UT99 in a greater place than they do now, they would both be Rocket Arena maps with a lot of playtime. Good maps are good maps. Turns out most UTs are able to accept this, but Matt says he's going to get an ass whooping. Not quite so sure on that one. Both teams very capable. Dem, Wonder Beast, l8erade, and I don't know who FORE is off the top of my head. Because, well, you know, I'm not as ingratiated in the 2k4 community, so not quite as sure. The other team, well, I guess somebody's on the wrong team. Oh, Raffle and Wonder Beast. And FORE. Gonna have to see how these two shake out. Arctic. Oh my god. Dumb aliases. But hey, you know, it works, it works. Now I know. Now I'm not stupid anymore. I've been informed. Thank you for the information. But it looks like it is Matt, Wonderbeast, Arctic, and Chris Powa against Raffle, l8erade, Dem, and Jugs. And, well, both these lineups got some good players. Also have some, you know, players that you hope are just gonna hold the line. I mean, you look at it, l8erade 4.7 PPR. The rest of his team's under 3, but none of them are particularly that low. Raffle lowest 2.2. Shouldn't mean much when you got a guy like l8erade leading the way. Ooh, baby, can't complain. Turn on my wall hacks. Give up my administrator duties. I don't unduly influence these matches. I just cast them. But Matt and Arctic, very solid top two. Chris Powa should be a solid third, and really solid fourth. Don't know what Wonder Beast's actual production is. And I forget, since it's been a long time since I played with him. But I'm assuming as a third or a fourth, he's probably also very capable of putting up some good numbers.
8,
and we have the final
7,
ready up, so let's
6,
go one last
5,
time. TAM League Season 16 match between FORE, Matt, and the Brimstones, captained by l8erade, and we're going to get in round one, and we're going to get right on board l8erade. I mean, disgusting LG shot down, pixel shot down the bio hallway, and l8erade just holding on, finding, and he's rotating to help his team out here. Checks his flank before he pushes in, and just gets nice 90 damage. Has the nice combo. l8erade already putting out the damage. LG goes wide. Shock also going wide. Now l8erade's kind of missed the damage here, but gonna drop down, loading the rockets, only gets 20 damage. Goes down to Chris's flat. Chris does have very powerful flat cannon. Anyone who's played UT4 against him will know that his flak is deadly. Don't get in close scenarios against him. Jugs takes him down, though, and round number one on the board for l8erade's team. The Brimstones, the Flintstones, the Flimstones, whatever you want to call them. They're a bunch of stoners. And the stoners taking round one, and we'll go on board Arctic here as he's looking to move in and just jumps into bullets, taking a good chunk of damage, but has some backup coming out for him. And Dem pushing forward, using the shield to stay alive. Could have been rockets around that corner. Instead goes with the LG and ends up dropping Arctic. Maybe a poor weapon choice from him there. But now we're on. Actually, we'll go on board. Matt dies. Nice flak taking care of Matt. And Chris Powell, once again, last alive. 1v4, though, instead of a 1v2. And does get traded out. l8erade, 4 HP. Man is a survivor. And we'll actually find Matt here. Mr. Slowhand himself of UT. Gonna be pushing in here, but he's taking a lot of shock primary. Needs to try and hit some shots here. And he's trading well with Jugs, but very low. Ends up winning the fight against Jugs, but drops to a shot immediately after. And now Wonder Beast actively fighting in the shock connector here. Gets a good flak ball, but can't find the follow-up, but does find the LG follow-up. And now l8erade pushing him down, takes him out. And it is now Chris Powell against l8erade, and Dem takes down Dem. And Chris Powell does have a small health advantage over l8erade. Not much, but it could be meaningful. But the first opening salvo goes l8erade's way. The second also goes his way. l8erade taking no damage. And l8erade takes out Chris Powell and shows us why he's Mr. 1000. As he takes down the rest of for what? Don't know. Or talking to errant golf shot or something they no longer have on their genitalia. But for whatever, going down 3-0 to start. The Stoners taking the lead against them, and the Brimstones showing that they are made of fire. Wonder Beast going to back off here, move around. l8erade and Jugs, last two alive for the Brimstones here. FORE might be able to get the first round on the board. l8erade in a dark horse situation, 1v3, needs to make something happen. One guy's very low. The low player does drop, but 64 HP, needs to hit a bunch of damage, and 20 is probably not going to do it, but he is able to survive using the shield to stay alive, get some rocket damage out, needs to somehow survive, can't dodge the hit scan. That wasn't up to him. Arctic hitting his shots, getting FORE on the board, scoring their first round, 3-1. And, well, we're on l8erade right now, so we're going to keep going. Running with shield out, getting a protection racket going. But so far, not going to push too much. And now he does have something, does land 90. Great shock taping coming out. Didn't have much room to get damage out, but now has the shock out. And trying to hit the combo. Matt goes down to a primary. And now Arctic getting pushed down, goes down. And the Brimstones are taking, putting the fire to FORE. And we'll go on board with Dem. Let's see what Dem's cooking up over here for Brim. Anyways, as big combo from Dem, top link, takes out another huge combo, and Dem is soloing a bunch of people here, and l8erade can get here and add a bunch of damage, does get a double kill, and now one player left alive. Once again, Chris Powell is last man standing against three. He is fully stacked, but not anymore. Taking a lot of damage, trying to get it out. Jugs takes him down, and down goes Chris Powell, 5-1. and the Brimstones are putting the absolute screws to FORE right now. There's going to be nothing left once Brimstones are done with them. l8erade playing a little bit of possum here, and now watching the flank, accurately predicting the flank coming back. A little juke out here, goes back to Mini, and somebody's getting hit with a camper warning. Fighting going on around the other side of the map, over at the new bio ramp here, and Raffle just trying to put out damage, ends up going down. And now Matt gets a huge combo onto Dem, needs to hit some shots here. Jugs could go down, does go down. l8erade versus Matt and Chris Powa, 1v2. l8erade getting the shock tape in onto Chris, takes him down with almost no damage to himself. He has turned a 1v2 into a 1v1 in his favor health-wise. And Matt needing to try and make something happen, not gonna happen. Matt goes down 6-1. Brimstones, they are currently on a absolute tear, 4.2 PPR. You know what? We're gonna stick on board l8erade here. Just keep watching the man on fire. And amazing that he turned around to check ahead of him, but I guess, you know, he's worried about getting huge damage from up at the 50 area and able to really get out of that with minimal harm to himself. But now just kind of moving for position and runs directly into somebody and takes a bit of the worst part of that trade. Chris and Arctic are both healthy. l8erade doesn't have enough HP to make any sort of comeback clutch happen. And we are down in, I mean, we haven't been on board actually Jugs yet. So let's go to him and look, loading. Somebody was loading rockets, and Jugs just shock taping Wonder Beast, but Wonder Beast able to trade him out. l8erade gets the trade kill back, so more or less a 1-for-1. And somebody needs to stop looking through everybody so quickly. I didn't know that that was somebody else clicking when that happens after death cam, auto cam. l8erade getting pushed here. Chris working away. Could have definitely, I think, UT4 timing screwed him up there. You can move a lot faster in this game, and l8erade able to kind of get out of there. Chris definitely should have gone out the link shock side of Amp instead of trying to dive straight into Amp. And now Matt, 1v2. l8erade is the low man, and they are holding hands. The group singing Kumbaya over here, but l8erade goes down to Matt, and Matt just trying to hold his own, trying to get a round on the board. I mean, if they don't start getting rounds back here, and Matt able to hit the shots, takes down Raffle, and does get that crucial round back on the board, 6-3. I mean, we'll stick on board Matt as he drops down to basement. Usually not where I want to be on Rankin. Don't know about you, but being trapped in the basement, not a great place in real life or on Rankin. And Matt gonna get a great flank off. Jugs goes down. And now Matt gonna swing back over, but Matt now is the flank, becomes the flank E, but his team is able to help him out, and now he's just trying to survive, hitting l8erade with a nice LG and running right into Dem, I believe, and great flak. Dem able to take him down, but l8erade and Dem both hurt. Arctic comes in, gets the link kill, and now l8erade, well, goes down. Wonder Beast able to hit the shot and get FORE to a 6-4. 4-4 disadvantage. We'll go on board Wonder Beast here as he's going to push in, shooting the rockets, starting to load up another set of rockets, does a ton of damage. Dem going to get mini-gunned down, and now can't tell l8erade right there, does trade a lot of damage back onto Wonder Beast, and somehow still alive. l8erade's pushing him in basement, but l8erade last alive and now needs to run for his life. Big damage out onto, I think that is Arctic, but Matt able to get the flank down the biohall, takes down l8erade, and what was a 6-1 game, I believe a 6-1 game at one point, has now gone to a 6-5. Matt is helping to stage a furious comeback. We'll go on board to see if he's starting off these rounds as hot as he is ending them, because he is currently absolutely making it work, at least PPR-wise, so he's getting his damage out, takes down Raffle. Matt moving over to the flak now, and he's getting a nice flank off onto Jugs. Shocks only connects 90, not really a full tape, but hits the LG and hits another shock follow-up. And Matt on a killing spree, heating up. Not much time left. Matt gonna swing around, looking for the kind of trade kill, and l8erade once again, last alive. Matt just pushing in, so calm, so collected, and l8erade just surrounded 1v4. Nothing was going for him, and all of a sudden we have a 6-6 game tied up, 6 rounds apiece. Let's go. Apologize. Took a bite of my Halloween candy as this round started, and a bunch of people dropping, and finally, Brimstones able to stop the bleeding as they'd been losing a bunch of rounds in a row. Let's go back on board with l8erade, hitting some good damage to start this round off. Just needs to kind of continue it. Help it. Hits a great pixel shot under Wonder Beast. Wonder Beast getting absolutely obliterated. And now, l8erade trying to push in here, runs directly into, can't read names that easily, Chris Power, and l8erade just obliterates Chris Power. 34 HP and gets the double kill onto Matt. Hits the shot and gives his team an 8-6 advantage. From 6-1 to 6-6 to 8-6, Brimstones playing with our emotions, throwing a lead, making us believe that FORE was back in this one. But they claw it right back. The moment that they get an inch, they take the mile. And now l8erade pushing in here down the bio hallway. Don't know why I said mini hallway. But l8erade taking a lot of damage, goes down, and all of a sudden, FORE looking like they are about to swing back. Not dead yet. Jugs getting taken down, minigunned, or killed somehow, some way to finish it. 8-7. Matt 4.5. I mean, we got to go back on board with Matt. 4.5 PPR. Man is outdoing l8erade right now. l8erade not the head of this table by any means, at least on ranking. But Matt kind of looking the wrong way right now. Maybe worried about a flank. Able to take down Raffle. Hits another bit of nice damage. And now the shock tapes out of Matt. And l8erade and Dem just got absolutely pincered there and had no idea where to look, what way to shoot, and get eviscerated. And let's go, Matt. He is still on fire, even though they lost a couple rounds there. Matt trying to regain that killing spree form that he had a couple of rounds earlier. And right now, I mean, he's hitting his shots. l8erade, however, owning the Rockets area right now of the map. And somebody, Jugs, went down all the way by the lift. Kind of almost trapped there. Matt, still alive, 23 HP. But finally gets dropped in a 9-8 map point to Brimstones. And let's go back to l8erade. Can l8erade clean it up for his team? Send them to map number 2, up 1-0 in map score. And so far, so good. Has taken no damage and has dished out plenty. And Raffle killing a teammate, I believe, there. Oh, whoops. But Matt going down, and now all of it, Arctic. You have very little HP and need to make something happen against the $1,000 player in the league and his trusty sidekick Dem, and you are down to 81 HP, and you get an LG out, but you are going to get flanked, and you are going to get linked, and that is going to be map number 1 to the Brimstones. 4.4 PPR game with 6,000 damage, and you are not even the highest PPR in the server. The man with the highest is on the losing side of it with even more damage. 4.6 PPR, 6,200 damage. Absolute duel between l8erade and Matt. And I mean, their team is here. Like, they have teammates. But Arctic kind of having a bit of a slow game. Only 1.9 PPR. Definitely not up to speed. But pretty much everyone outside of, I mean, you have l8erade and Matt at the top, and then the other three were all very, very close to each other. like they weren't separated by all that much PPR below a certain point. Go to map number 1. Hopefully map number 2 is just as exciting, and hopefully we get more back and forth rather than these game of runs. Although game of runs do provide great content. Killing sprees, everyone loves some good killing sprees.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Who doesn't love a good killing spree?
1.
Why do we have 8 million spectators? Get these people in the stream. Jesus. Later, we'll start on board l8erade as we get into map number 2 on Signify. And l8erade eating a lot of damage early, making an aggressive push, but it's just not quite working out. Does get his shield out, though, and is able to move right into some of these rockets and statues, but l8erade hitting the big flak, and don't know how that shock didn't hit, but l8erade finally dropping, and Matt looks like he is on a... What are we doing here? Dem, last alive, 1v4. If you can get Wonder Beast and Matt, there's a chance. It's not a great chance, but it is a chance. Needs to find the low man. Make it at least, well, Matt just crispified him with 2 HP to his name. And round number 1 this time going to FORE, as they are going to the forefront of this map anyways. And we'll go Matt getting Raffle, and then gets a great flank. Flat coming out. I don't know. Somebody died there. And Matt not quite hitting the LG. Big combo comes out, 75 damage. Wonder Beast goes down. Or somebody went down. Trying to read these messages and not coming across that clearly. l8erade in a 1v3 though. Needs to make some big work happen. And does get a initial LG, but doesn't get the follow-up. Does end up taking down Matt though. Minigun does connect. So Wonder Beast and Chris Power both very healthy, and the push just comes through, and a lot of damage goes out on l8erade, but a lot, even more damage goes out. 6 HP, 1 tick of mini should kill l8erade at this point. They just need to land anything on him. I don't know if they know how low he is. The LG from Chris comes in, and that is 2 rounds into FORE taking the FORE going FORE. I need to try and think of more FORE puns if I ever cast them again. As l8erade making another aggressive push. Needed to swap up players, but l8erade making an aggressive push, taking a lot of damage, getting... I mean, they do get the kill, but l8erade at 80 HP, I don't know if that's worth the early push, but able to get the flank onto Chris, and now Matt, last alive, with 80 HP himself. Does get a lot of damage on somebody, but just... The flank is there. Matt, no room to breathe and no room to Dark Horse. Let's go on board with Jugs now. See if Jugs can make some more magic happen for his team. And gonna eat a bunch of rockets. Only get 1 shock primary in trade. Does land another shock. Does land 2 more. But flat cannon from Matt comes through and gets the kill. And now Raffle, well, we were on Raffle. But l8erade's actively fighting as we got swapped, and a nice combo onto Chris goes down. And now we are actually on Raffle 1v3. Not much room for error. Does take out Matt. Needs to find, I think, Arctic next. 13 HP if he can get the kill. But the minigun from Raffle comes out, or minigun from Wonder Beast comes out. Raffle goes down, and 3-1. We'll go on board with Raffle. Don't think he's actually been seen in a round yet, so need to show here. And little bit of chip damage, but getting the worst of it. And the rocket, none of his rockets connecting. Unfortunate for him. Think he had the right idea, but just not working out for him. And is going to end up going down to Matt. And Dem gets dropped not long after. Matt looks, I mean, 5.8. Okay, we're just going to go on board with Matt here. And I missed him, so we're going to have to get back to him. He's got 5.8 PPR. Nuclear alert activated. We're waiting to see if Matt can keep this up. Doesn't take any damage there. Very close to being hit, but Able to get, and great combo onto Dem. Matt, what a movement. And now fighting l8erade at the bio. Matt goes down to l8erade. l8erade looking like he might be just as hot. Able to get out and sneak away. Can he get the more damage out? Lands an LG, gets low, has somebody right in his backside. Gonna LG up, shield out, and then looking for the kill, but not gonna find it. Arctic still too healthy. Only a headshot would have killed him. And 5-1 Signify looking like the reverse ranking right now. We'll see if FORE can hold on to the lead rather than blowing every last inch of it. I don't know why we weren't back on Matt here. Matt currently the man who's like leading the way, but taking a lot of damage there. Good combo, takes down Dem. And now l8erade and Raffle against all 4 players still left alive on 4. l8erade takes down Matt. He's got 21 HP and a dream. Lowest man in the server. Only 1 man even close to him in health. I mean, 1 HP difference. Let's be real here. That's perfectly close enough. But l8erade getting the splash damage and a shot. l8erade has given himself a great chance to win here, but Arctic comes up the bio lift and does not miss. Takes him down. And 6-1, same scoreline as I believe on Rankin. Can Brimstones mount the foreskin comeback? Or will FORE something be able to clean us up? Let's go back on board Matt. He's currently the hot man. Hits a big combo on l8erade. That is the damage on the target you want, but they're already down to a 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 4. Didn't see the other guy die. And comeback started 6-2. Things can happen here. And now l8erade's actually the hot man. Let's go back on board with the captain. And he hits a huge combo and another. Gets like 200 damage out in half a second. And there goes 98 more. And l8erade trying to put the screws to FORE here. And well, let's go. Just jump on the jump pad. It's bouncy castle time. l8erade letting his little inner 4-year-old out. Wonder Beast 4 HP, 4 for 4, and 0 for 4 as they drop another round. 4 people dead. Not exactly what you want to be seeing if you are a 4 fan. Only 4s. Hell yeah. Let's go. l8erade 28 HP. Needs to try and, I mean, he's just getting any sort of bonus damage he can get out right now. 60. They take those. Shock stairs. Somehow l8erade just standing out in the open of shock without anyone shooting at him. Takes down Wonder Beast. And all of a sudden, l8erade still alive with 20 HP. Has gonna give fits, and there goes Arctic. And all of a sudden, 3 straight rounds for Brimstones, and they have gotten back to a 6-4 disadvantage. Can they continue? We go back on board. l8erade taking an early shot. Think he got headshot damage-wise, and I think he shot his teammate there. Not exactly what you're hoping for. And the big combo comes out from somebody, getting a lot of damage out, but that person does end up dying. Is now on Arctic and Chris. And Arctic dead, Chris last alive. And if UT4 is anything to go by, this man will be at shock stairs if he can get there. But right now, he's just trying to live. Sees 2 at rockets, trying to get some damage out. Somehow doesn't eat anything, but does get l8erade. Still alive. It's a 1 versus 2. This is winnable. He just needs to survive. Can he get there? There is health at the shock stairs. This would get him above an LG's worth of HP left. And does see one at bio. Gets the 70 damage. Only Raffle survives the snipe now. Jug 6 HP. Needs to hit something. He has 18 himself. Chris looking for the clutch, trying to stem the bleeding.
1 minute remains.
Needs to get some big damage out. Gets missed, but Jugs kills himself. And now it is Raffle, 79, and Raffle hits Chris Pala, takes him down. And Raffle getting Brimstones back to a 6-5, and all of a sudden, reverse Signify indeed. Can Matt make the change? Needs to get some damage out, but he's already at 77 HP. So weak already. Matt needs to try and find something. See, shoots his teammate on accident. Clearly not intended. Hits a nice combo, gets 105 damage out. but it is already a 2 versus 3, and both players of FORE are weak. I mean, Raffle, 193. l8erade, I mean, Matt, this is very winnable. This needs to find l8erade and Dem almost immediately. Gonna be tough. I mean, this team is going to roll together. Hits a headshot on the healthiest member. Raffle goes down. Needs to land any damage. 7 HP. Can Matt land anything? Gets Dem. Can he get l8erade? He gets l8erade! Matt stops the bleeding all by himself. Says, I don't need any of your fancy HP. I don't need teammates. I'm going to win this 1v3, and I'm going to send l8erade and his whole team to the Shadow Realm. Matt, what a performance. That's how you do it. Let's go. Matt getting some big rockets out, keeping the gravy train going, gets Jugs, takes him down, 108 damage combo. Matt absolutely ripping through l8erade's team now. He's starting to feel it again. Brimstones are brim something. Don't know, doesn't matter. All that matters is Matt is currently hitting like a Mack truck. And l8erade down at minigun. Matt, l8erade, I mean, their health. Matt, what a shot. What a shot, Matt. Take a bow, sir. 2 straight rounds. Absolutely insane stuff out of Matt. We're not touching the keyboard. Touch nothing. Just watch the man work. Absolute cinema from Nathaniel something. Don't know what I had. Right now, he's just amazing. Half Matt, half amazing. And he's hitting his shots. Raffle goes down. Matt fighting l8erade at bio. Can't land the LG. Walks into somebody. I think he had flak out there. Has his shield out now, I believe. And he is running, looking for damage, looking for anything he can. Everybody on FORE is low. Everybody on Brim is not. And they do finally get a round back, but Matt took them from the brink of going from 6-1 to tied to 8-6. And just showing us why he is very, very, very good. But right now, Matt currently getting flanked from everywhere. l8erade taking down Chris. And Matt going down to l8erade as well. And all of a sudden, Arctic, and it's just Arctic, and Arctic is no more. Gets killed. l8erade and his team getting another flawless. I mean, we're going to go back to Matt. He's got to be able to keep this. He's got to. He was the man who was able to turn it around for FORE. He just needs to keep hitting. Apparently, if Matt's hitting, Foreskin is taking the lead, the forefront of these match scores, but already down to 2 to 4 disadvantage. Make that 2-1. Matt 25 HP, 1v4. I don't know if this one's happening. There's no low players really to shoot outside of Jugs, and he can just sit wherever. And we are tied 8 rounds apiece. So after Matt says no more, no mas, l8erade and boys, Raffle, Dem, and Jugs say, yes, mas. We want more. Taking rounds, taking names, taking us to a tied scoreline. And now l8erade looking for shots as well. Kind of going to put himself in a vulnerable position there, going up the little ramp. And nice hammer jump, shield jump to get up to bio. But already down a player and down 2 players. But they get a nice little pincer here on 2 players. But there is another one already at statues. And l8erade and Dem against Matt and Wonderbeast. And l8erade taking some damage there. And now it is just him. Dem went down, and apparently the hearing aids need to go in for whoever that was at the new room. Is absolutely missed l8erade jumping down, but they don't miss him on any of the follow-up shots. 2 HP. l8erade gets fried to a crisp by Matt's LG. And here we go. Matt 5 PPR. Can he take us home? Can he take his team home and take us to a decisive tiebreaker? We're going to find out next time on round 9, 9-8 Z. Matt watches his teammate, or hears his teammate rather, get absolutely blown up. Able to get the trade though, and Puts us 3v3, 3 players apiece, and Matt missing the damage, trying to stay alive and get something out. And Flakball kind of getting dangerously close. l8erade taking down Wonder Beast, and now it's Matt and Arctic against a very healthy l8erade and Dem. 40 HP, goes down to almost anything. Matt is just looking for the damage, and Matt able to get something. Takes down Dem, but l8erade still 137. Matt needs something big here. Gets one LG. Gets the second one. Takes down l8erade and takes us to a decisive map number 3. Tied up 1 map apiece. We're going to New Dawn, and we're going to have a new match as both these teams sudden death map for the win in this match up. Think this is still week 1. Doesn't matter. Not really. We're going to a decider, and that's all we can hope for right now. Oh, baby. What a performance out of Matt. 5.1 PPR, 6,500 damage. Take your fucking cap off, dude. You're not supposed to wear hats indoors. Didn't you know? Oh, we're just going to let that one marinate for a minute. I am wearing myself out. That was an exciting matchup. Just imagine how any of these guys are feeling right now. Hands are shaking. Try hitting me. Hell yeah. Don't you know? You always run faster with the hammer. Fortunately, no knives in Unreal Tournament. And we have the click-ins, the ready-ups. We're getting into the map number 3 on New Dawn. Tied up 1 map apiece between FORE and Brimstones. As we're going to see this, and we're going to get right on board. Let's find Matt, Mr. MVP from Signify. I mean, l8erade, Mr. MVP from Rankin. Although even Matt outperformed on Rankin, just a little bit less team, or Matt maybe not quite as strong. 5 PPR in Signify, and he's getting damage out early. l8erade kind of having to fight too. Matt unable to drop down, but does get in. Raffle goes down. l8erade had dropped at some point, and now it's Dem and Jugs, and Matt drops, and wow. Went from 4-2 to 1 versus 2 as Jugs takes out Arctic. I was on the wrong person. Thought I was on Arctic there. Whoopsie daisies. But round 1 going the way of Brimstones, and we'll go on board Jugs. Jugs, let's show us. Haven't checked in with you in a minute, and we'll see how you're doing. But so far, not finding anything. I think those were teammates' rockets. Somebody else is fighting. Oh, I forgot to put on wall hacks. Need to do that. But, what? Dropping down with a shield? I'm not sure what is going on here. Wonder Beast missing the LG, though. Chasing and eats more damage than he gives out. 1 LG does not equal most of your health bar. Raffle coming back, taking him down.
Red team increases their lead.
Once again. Was I on the wrong thing there? Right thing? Yeah, there we go. And l8erade hitting a big damage combo, but also eating a big damage combo. About the same amount either way. Gets a flank off, but LG out. Maybe could have done more if he had rockets or flat coming around the corner, but now he's getting another flank and just great movement over whoever that was. But they still don't see him here at U-Haul, and l8erade just getting so much work done from the side. And finally, they get him down to 9 HP, but still can't take him out. Matt goes down, and l8erade with 9 HP lives through the round, 3-0. And we are just following the same script that we did previously on Rankin and Signify. We'll know if a round here goes the way of FORE, if we're going to follow the exact same one. Didn't think the scriptwriters were that lazy. Raffle shooting a teammate, and Chris Powell going down, and it's looking like, once again, I mean, Arctic is fully healthy, does get a kill or two, and Dem is so low. Dem would have died to another shock beam. l8erade dies to an LG. Arctic just needs to hit something. Gonna move and keep rotating. He's looking for the damage. They definitely heard the lift, definitely heard the health pickup, and Arctic gonna get another health pickup, move up to the top, not get hit, and rockets coming out. Arctic needs to land a shot right about now, doesn't connect it. Dem is still very low. Arctic can't land the shot that he needs, but able to still keep both players behind him. Now he's getting flanked. Coming in, takes down Dem, gets another health pickup. That might have been crucial. He still survives another LG. Late's going to be looking for this. Arctic just needs to hit one. Can't quite find it. Neither player currently finding the LG shot. Arctic going to dodge, move. They just traded positions. What are they? They're not even moving around the map trying to find a different angle. They're just trading positions and saying, hey, it's your turn. You get to have top. I take bottom. He's going to go up right into l8erade. Not going to hit. Somehow neither one of them hits each other. Gets the health pickup. l8erade's above him. Doesn't know. Maybe he does now. Maybe he heard him. Arctic just waiting for the drop down. Not going to happen. l8erade drops down and right into Arctic's LG, waiting for him to come down. And there goes around. Arctic getting the clutch. And the trash talk coming out. Bread buttered, not my bread. What? I mean, is there a bun in the oven for some of these guys? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We've got gameplay. Arctic getting primary down, though. The tape is real. And the tape isn't what kills him. Rockets are what kills him. And more damage comes out. Wonder Beast fighting down a couple players here. Not going to make it. Brimstones, after losing the clutch to Arctic, immediately get the trade round back. 3-round advantage still. 4-1. And we need to get on somebody else here. Let's go on board Dem. Haven't seen him. Gets an early start here. Lands an LG. Needs to keep landing damage. Arctic gets absolutely obliterated. Kind of took a 1v2 fight there. And somebody else going down. And once again, though, not going the way for... but Matt able to bring it back, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Was going to say it wasn't going the way of FORE, but FORE is at the forefront of this round now, 1v2, and just going to push down Dem. Dem gets trapped in a corner and just mercilessly shock-taped into it. 4-2. Let's go. Chris Powell leading the way for his team. Let's check him out. Maybe a lot more of these close corridors are fitting. The dude does have a very, very good flak. Was that a no-reg? Looked like it hit right on somebody and nothing happened. And Chris Powell gonna get cleaned up. And Wonder Beast now trying to survive. Has 2 people in front of him. Big rockets. Huge rockets. Can he get the next shot? Minigun coming out. l8erade taking a lot of damage. l8erade ends up getting killed. Or ends up killing him. And l8erade, 9 HP. The man is a survivor. And there goes... I mean, we'll stick on board. And already somebody dying on FORE as... They keep losing the first player, losing the second player. Matt, last one alive.
Red team scores.
Flawless victory.
Ugh. Like the Forerunners, they no longer exist, clearly. Just some old technology still left, as they can't seem to survive in rounds for longer than a couple of seconds. And now Matt fighting l8erade and landing a decent combo, but just not quite trading as effectively, I don't think. But Matt starts taping. Matt tapes l8erade to the air. Absolutely juggled. Professional circus act. Matt will see you at Barnum and Bailey's. Does end up dropping, and that's another round. 7-2. They've made it past the 6-1 scoreline, though. And, I mean, I think this one might be over. We'll go on board l8erade, who's just shielding his way out. Jumps back up immediately. Gets completely out of the danger zone of any sort of flank there. I have felt like he had the chance to shoot at everybody there for a second, but he does have the health advantage, keeping himself alive. And I mean, here it goes, l8erade just linking
Red
down
team
Arctic.
scores.
8-2. Jugs 4.0 PPR. I mean, the 16 kills. Let's give him another round. He is absolutely playing his heart out right now. And Trash Talk coming in. l8erade kind of mad, looks like. Or he's just being a good sport and everyone's having some fun. Who knows? But l8erade and Jugs. 2v3, 2v2. As Matt gets... I mean, this is... Who's going to win this? Matt is in LG away from death. Does tag l8erade, though. Tags him with another tape. Tags him with a third. And down goes l8erade and 8-3 to... I mean, we'll look at Matt. Matt taking a lot of damage early on. The Trash Talk is quite endearing. Somebody's getting taped to a wall. Matt hitting a nice headshot. Somehow not getting hit by any of these other shots. Dem just missing everything. And now Raffle 1v3. One player is LGable. The rest are very healthy. Not looking good. 66 HP. He's probably going to take a little bit more here. Does get a nice bit of damage around the corner, but not quite enough. 8-4. Imagine if they're able to come back. You know, being down 6-1, 8-2. What's the difference? We'll tie it up 8 apiece. Can they do it? Let's find out. Let's go on board with Matt once again, as he's trying to be the I don't have another FORE pun. Need to come up with more. But Matt just fighting. It's got to be Dem firing that many shock tapes. Two people come up the lift. One combo does not hit, and
Red team scores.
Dem blows himself up, takes Matt with him, and 9-4 match point. Let's go on board l8erade. 4.0 PPR. Technically a down match for him, not getting 4.5 or so, but 4.0 still very much a carry job, especially when you have another guy putting up almost 4 himself, and 4 points in this map. But l8erade goes down, and now Jugs and Dem fighting, and I mean, l8erade doing a great camera switching job, because I'm pretty sure that since we were on him, he's the one swapping between, making the call outs, helping to shot call for his team. Dem gonna push down, take down Arctic, and that is our match. 10-4. Brimstones coming back with a fury after dropping Signify the same way that FORE dropped Rankin. And 10-4, great matchup. 4.0 PPR from Jugs, 3,700 damage, 19 kills. l8erade, 13 kills, 4,200 damage, 3.9 PPR. Dual carry in effect as they just smoke. FORE is going to the forefront of the losers standings. And that's going to be our match for the night. Hopefully you all have a great Halloween. As always, this is the, well, in this case, this is the TAM Season 16, hosted by Unreal Fight Club, UFC
10,
on Discord,
9,
or Unreal Fight Club on
8,
Discord.
7.
Catch you all
6,
on the next one.
5, 4, 3,